Yo, what's up? This is Robert Delong, and you're watching So Fucking Cool.
All right, so fucking cool with Robert Delong. How you doing, brother?
So good. How's it going?
Real good, real good. So you're at the Kerfuffle before Christmas, big radio show here, and then pretty exciting, pretty fun stuff.
Yeah, totally. It's a great lineup. Should be a fun show.
How does that work for you? I mean, do you prefer to do these kind of things or more your own thing? I mean, you're a big difference from what goes on.
Right. No, I mean, I love doing this kind of thing because I get to expose myself to new audiences that haven't seen me before, and it's I think it is weird that I do something that's very different, but also the other side of it is that I stand out for that reason, which is always a good thing. So, or at least most of the time is a good thing. So yeah, no, I love it. It's all about doing this kind of stuff so later you can come back and do a headlining show.
Right, right. You definitely redefined the one-man band term. You know what I mean? I mean, it's nice to see that you're not just up there just DJing. You know what I mean? Sometimes you see some of these guys, and it's just like, they just push play on that computer. You know what I mean? Exactly.
Yeah, yeah, it's fun. It wasn't even on purpose. It just kind of ended up this way over time. I was playing drums in a lot of bands, and it just kind of was something I was doing on the side, just writing music. And I was a computer nerd, so it's like I just kind of slowly combined those things until I ended up with this terrible machine.
Right, right. Now, you got a lot of extra pieces. I mean, I'm sure you get this question a lot, but you're the only dude I know that's got the Wii's and the joysticks and all that other stuff. You know what I mean? How'd that all come about?
Yeah, I mean, it was one of those things I just had seen that people online had been experimenting with using game controllers as MIDI controllers, and I thought it'd be fun to try it out. And I realized early on that it was kind of a cool thing because it's like I'm better with a joystick than I am with the keyboard because I grew up playing flight simulators, or I grew up playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater, and so it's almost like more natural way to interact with the music for me, and it's also novel. It's fun to look at, and yeah, I don't know. It's cool. It's just kind of a fun live thing. So yeah.
Cool. Now, electronic music has really turned full circle. I mean, I remember back in the days, I would get a flyer, and 1 hour before the rave was supposed to start, I'd call up and see what warehouse I got to show up to.
Right.
I mean, now we're playing huge arenas today. You know what I mean?
Totally. Yeah, it is. It's interesting. I mean, things have changed a lot in America over the last, especially 5 years with this. To be fair, there's still a lot of underground stuff like that going on.
Oh, for sure.
In LA and everything else, but yeah, no, I mean, I think it's good and it's bad, but I think the coolest thing about it is that you're seeing a lot of innovation, with a lot of different artists that are, doing more performance-oriented things or doing some really cool things with the way they're visualizing their music or things like that. So I think it's good. It's exciting.
Real cool, real cool. Now, what do you think about the fact that any celebrity out there these days can go ahead and call themselves? You know what I mean? I mean, like Paris Hilton's getting $250,000 to go up there and be a DJ. You know?
Right. I mean, to be fair, if you're a celebrity, there's probably a way for you to have a cash grab in a lot of different ways. So I don't think it's any different than that. I mean, it is kind of a weird thing, but I'm not too worried. I don't think it's going to destroy the scene or anything like that. And I think that, the true innovators of music are always the ones that will last and shine through. And, 20 years later, people will look back and say these are the things that affected, what happened in music. I don't think Paris Hilton would be the one.
Right, the one that probably puts it. Right. I'm just saying, though, as a entertainer as yourself, who's put in the hard work and did what you did to become who you are, to have someone that just goes, you know what, today, I'm a DJ. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so it goes. Yeah, you can't worry about that too much. You just got to do your own thing and keep your head down and have a good time.
Very cool, very cool. Now, you just put out a new EP last month, and you're doing some more work for a spring release. Is that correct?
Yeah, trying to get it out late March, early April for a full-length album, kind of a follow-up to the EP, which will have a couple of the tunes from the EP, and then a whole bunch of new tunes I've been working on for the last 6 or 9 months. So I'm super pumped. I'm really excited to get some new material out there because, as you can imagine, I mean, these tunes that I've been playing for the last 2 years touring on, are only 2 years old to everybody else, but to me, I've had these tunes written for 6 years, so I'm ready for the next thing,
Cool. You just did a collab with the RZA, man. How was that?
It was cool. It was interesting. I mean, it was kind of this weird. They set up just like one day for us in the studio. It was really just a few hours, so we didn't have a lot of time to kind of jump into it. It's like I came with the beginning of a song idea, and we just exchanged some ideas, and then I was able to kind of jump into it. But the coolest thing about it was just meeting him and being able to talk to him. I mean, he's a legend, of course.
Right.
And it's cool to meet someone that comes from a very different world, but you can kind of meet in the center on the fact that we're both, producers, and we love working in the studio, and we love sounds, and we love drum machines.
Cool. Any other artists that you want to collab with that you haven't had a chance to with yet?
There's so many. One of my favorite artists right now is an artist out of Australia called Flume, and he's kind of it's sort of a electronic, future bass is kind of what people call it, but it's, kind of hip hop based stuff, and I think he's somebody I really admire right now, and I think he's doing a lot of cool, innovative stuff in electronic music. And then, in like the dream world, my favorite producer is probably Brian Eno, and I've always just loved everything that Brian Eno's touched, and he would be like, if I had if I got a Corvette and a new house in the same year, I'd hope to collaborate with Brian Eno.
Cool. Now, what other shows you got? What's coming up for you? What's next?
I got this tonight, and then driving to Albany tomorrow, doing a show in Albany or Saratoga Springs, and then Toronto, and then don't really have anything till New Year's, and then I have the month of January off to whip the album into shape, and then I imagine come late February, early March, we're ramping up to the album. I'll tour until I die.
Very cool. It's where it is though these days though. If you ain't touring, it's unfortunately the way the business is. You ain't making any money.
Right.
Anybody can click download these days. And
right, totally. There's no money in records anymore, but it is cool because the world is especially America's kind of come around on live music again, and I feel like, with the amount of festivals that keep cropping up around America, live music is alive and well, and in I think a stronger way than it has been in a long time. So I think that's exciting and that's cool.
Cool, very cool.
Yeah.
Now, for those that want to follow up, they want to know more about you, they want to know shows, songs, anything like that, what's the best way?
A good starting point is robertdelong.com. And then, you have links to my Facebook and SoundCloud there.
All your social media, all that nonsense right there.
On the internets.
Right.
Yeah.
Every day there's something new, man, you know what I mean? Cool. All right, man, I appreciate your time.
Totally, absolutely. What's up? This is Robert Delong. It's so fucking cool. And these are stories from the road. So I think one memorable story from the road would be actually the day I played Lollapalooza. This is more a story of kind of the madness that touring can be. So we were flying into Lollapalooza 2013. I forget what show we were playing before, but we had it wasn't a hard turnover. And then I played Lollapalooza early in the day. It was my first year since the album had come out. So I played at I think 12:30 p.m. Got on a flight, hour and a half later, flew to LA, played a show that night. Woke up at 4 a.m. to get on a flight back to Chicago. Played an after party with Matt and Kim, which was amazing. It was really great. Woke up the next morning at 3 a.m. to fly to, where were we going? Osheaga, and played an amazing set there, and then slept for 3 days straight. So I don't know if that's really an exciting story, but it kind of gives you an idea of the great madness of touring and tour life. It's not always glamorous, but it's great because I still get to play shows and have fun, and party on stage. So that's what it's all about.